This is Ozarks Fox AM.
Good morning, happy Monday, and welcome to Ozarks Fox AM. I'm Jeremy Rabe.
And I'm Kelly Smith.
And I'm Cammie Jenkins.
Welcome, everybody. Yes, welcome, Cammie.
I crashed your party.
Crashed
your couch.
No, 3 is good. 3 is good.
No,
How
it's
was
good.
your weekend?
Oh, it's good. You know, I have a teenager in the house now. My oldest just turned 13. Yeah, it's scary, and he's acting like one, too.
Are you nervous?
I am. There's just so much uncharted territory for us, you know? Which he's always been the one to plow through that. So he's still teaching me how to be a mom. But now we have a mom, you have to be a mom of a teenager.
Yeah, that's tough. My brother and sister-in-law are going through that too. My niece is 15 and she's a great girl, but now she's got a boyfriend and this is a real issue for them. I mean, seriously.
Yes, he has a really good heart, but he's just, you know, he's been a handful. He's a very good boy, and I love him very much.
Does he have a girlfriend yet?
Well, I have found a few texts, but we are not there yet, hopefully.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you one of those moms that's going to keep a tab on all of his social media?
Absolutely.
I don't blame you.
Absolutely.
I would too.
I sneak his phone, make sure, you know, look through everything.
Now he knows if he's watching.
Oh, I think he knows anyway.
I believe my brother, because one of my brothers has 5 children, all of which have been teenagers, only one that's not a teenager yet. But he has some kind of app that you can pair your phone and he can see what they're getting because this generation and their texts.
It's kind of above my head, but I need to get something like that. I've heard of that, but I haven't found what that is. So someone message me.
I think there's something. Don't quote me. I don't have kids, so I don't have to worry about it.
You mean where the kids can see what?
No, the dad sees.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I've heard of this, where the mom or dad can totally keep a tab on what the kids are seeing and looking at. I think that's important.
That's good stuff, and I need to figure that out.
Well, you know, kids are good, and I know your kid has a good heart. I'm sure of it because of the way you've raised him. But kids are kids, and kids are human, and kids have a lot of influences outside of the home. So I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, kids are naturally manipulative, right?
Kids are, because if you don't steer them completely the right way, and even if you do, they just have so many choices out there.
Has he tried to pull a fast one on you yet, thinking, oh, Mom, I'm smarter than Mom?
Honey, when he was like 6 months old, he was trying to pull a fast one. I'm telling you. He would be so small, he couldn't even hardly crawl. And like, I'd walk in the room and he'd hide something behind his back. And I'm like, what in the world are you doing? And he would have something he wasn't supposed to have. I'm like, how did you even get that?
That is so
it started
funny.
early with this child.
And it does. My mom says I used to go in the door, like when I was 2 or 3, I'd go in the other room and I'd just close the door. Just let me do my thing in here. Don't bother me. I'm all good.
Oh my goodness. We'll see.
Yeah.
Here we go.
No problem.
When was his birthday?
April 5th.
April 5th.
April 5th.
Okay.
Ready or not, here we come, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. All right, well, switching gears from teenagers to somebody who acts like a teenager, Joe Morano.
Hey! How's it going, everyone?
But I'm bunk.
I was thinking, I can't think of anything rambunctious to do right now. Cammie, you got any ideas? Because there's the team that. We're talking headlines, though, and golf is a big story. All right, the Masters yesterday, huge deal. Don't know if you guys saw this at all. Did you? Tiger Woods winning this thing?
No.
Well, here's the deal. Tiger Woods wins the Masters for the first time since his last win in the Masters was 2005. So, here's what we like to do. I always like going back. So what happened in 2005? When Tiger Woods was too busy winning the Masters right there, this is 14 years ago, George W. Bush just started his 2nd term in office.
Wow.
Guy named Barack Obama was a newly elected senator, less than 4 months on the job then.
Wow.
That's crazy. #1 movie in America was Sahara, starring Matthew McConaughey. I didn't even know that. I forgot that was a movie.
I know.
It was #1. Destiny's Child kicked off a tour that would end up being their final tour. How do you like that? 05. First iPhone, still 2.5 years away from being introduced. Which is nuts, because life before these.
Changed.
Yeah.
Life before these, guys. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's nuts, right? So I thought that was kind of crazy. And then somebody else bet $85,000 on Tiger to win. Turned that into $1.1 million.
If only I'd known.
You know,
If only we would have known.
Yeah, he had to kind of come out of his slump. He kind of went through some emotional, personal issues.
Went through a lot of that, then came back, and then went through 4 back surgeries I saw as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah, there was all that too. The back is weird. Like, there's no shot or pill that you can just take to fix your back. You know what I mean?
Man.
A lot of stretching and stuff. So anyway, everyone was happy about Tiger Woods.
That's
Thought it was
quite a
pretty
feat.
funny.
Yeah.
You guys want to go to Hawaii?
Yeah, please.
Not with Tiger Woods. Just go to Hawaii. All right. This is crazy. Arby's is doing this. They're giving out 5 trips to Hawaii for $6. That is the cost, okay? Because they're new Hawaiian sandwiches right now, so they're selling $6 round trip tickets. So one round of sales already happened. The other happens at 11 a.m. Central Time today. First come, first serve nationwide. So I don't know how exactly that's going to go. But basically what you have to do is you have to go to Arby's, order the Hawaiian sandwich, and then say, I want to be considered for the trip. So somehow they'll figure out the 5 to get it. So you pay $6, you go to Hawaii, you literally go to the beach, eat the sandwich, and then fly back.
Are you serious?
That's the promo.
Joe,
I want to make sure I got this correct.
I had the Big Kahuna on last week's.
Really?
Yeah, I went to Arby's and got one because the commercial looked so good. I was like, I have to try the Big Kahuna. So I ate one, and it was delicious.
All right. 11 a.m. This is what I don't understand. You have to order at 11, then say, so I guess they put your name in the computer, and nationwide, the first Arby's one to, I don't know.
But can you extend your stay?
That's what we're wondering.
I'm not sure it's worth it.
I don't want to fly 8 hours.
Lisa said, is it 8 hours? I didn't know.
I think it's
you go
8
from
hours
LA.
from LA.
From LA it is. So
And
we have to
then-
get to LA, then go to there, eat the sandwich, take a few pictures, I guess.
You know what? I wouldn't do that.
Joe?
If
I
they
wouldn't.
keep me there for a few days, it'd be
Yeah, it's different.
It'd be worth paying the one-way ticket back, right? That's
Yeah.
what I would think. Anyway,
crazy.
if you want to go to Hawaii, there's a way to do it today.
Thanks, Joe. Elisa, do you want to go to Hawaii and then come right back?
I want to go to Hawaii and stay there and not come back at all. Was probably more likely. This was the scene yesterday, right?
That's not Hawaii, right?
Not Hawaii. No, Bennett Springs, Missouri. We've got some beautiful pink flowers and snow on top of it. So we did get some of that snow yesterday. Most accumulations were about a ½ an inch of snow, and it melted off pretty quickly because we got temperatures to warm up in the afternoon. Now, this morning we still have some cold air lingering. A frost advisory is in effect for the eastern Ozarks until 9 o'clock. Frost advisory means that some of those plants, especially if they're blooming, could have frost damage, and it is a little bit chilly out there for the kiddos and the pets. For frost, we need near and below freezing temps, clear skies, and calm winds. That's where we get that frost development. Skies are clear. We've got sunshine. It's 41 degrees in Springfield. Colder 30s to the east. It's 35 in Fort Leonard Wood and 36 in West Plains. And we do have some of these calm winds out there this morning. So again, that's where we've got that frost threat for the eastern Ozarks. So you might need to scrape that windshield. You might have maybe 1 or 2 scrapes out there for that windshield this morning. Otherwise, some dry roads as we head through the afternoon. Green light conditions and sunshine. Much warmer by dismissal, 74 degrees, mostly sunny and breezy and warm. Cardinals, first pitch is at 6:30 tonight. We're looking at mostly sunny skies and a temperature of 70, so we're really nice at the game. 74 for that high. Very warm 50s tonight, so not concerned about frost, and temperatures in the upper 70s with sunshine tomorrow. So if you need to mow the lawn, today, tomorrow, Wednesday, all great days. Wednesday will be dry in the afternoon, but showers and storms arrive on the overnight, and we'll have some scattered showers linger into Thursday. With those storms overnight Wednesday, we do have a threat for severe weather. You can see the entire area is covered in yellow. That's that slight risk. For now, we're looking at some strong to severe storms, mainly for the threat of large hail and damaging winds. Still monitoring if we could get an isolated tornado threat out of this, so you'll want to stay up to date with us. But again, continuing to monitor that. Again, breezy and warm through Wednesday. Showers and storms overnight, scattered showers on Thursday. And look what made it onto the 7-day forecast. An egg said Lent Easter. Jeremy, Kelly, Cammie.
Yay!
Awesome. Yes.
Alisa, can I just quickly tell you what happened to me Sunday morning?
Go for it. Oh, with the snow.
Don't get me started.
Sorry.
Don't get me started. Well, no, here's what happened. I was trying to sleep in, because we never get to sleep in.
Yeah.
My cats woke me up at 6:30 a.m., so I went to let my cats out, and what do I see? All covering my deck and my flowers, snow.
Yes.
Well, what happened? I didn't have any snow.
I'm talking, it looked like, Alisa, I'm no meteorologist, but it looked like a ½ inch of snow on everything. And I was like, Mother Nature, if you mess up my trees again this year, I went back to bed, couldn't go to sleep because I was so upset.
I had no idea there was snow. Did you have snow?
We had just a dusting, but I saw a picture, and I think it was something from the past of, snow all over grass and someone mowing it, talking about spring mowing,
Alisa, where did the most of the Ozarks get it? Because I live north, Springfield, and we got a lot.
It was a lot. Jeremy's out there with his shovel. It was like a swath pretty much almost along Highway 65, like from Springfield, maybe up a little bit towards Lebanon. It was like that little center of the area. It was pretty quick. Most locations got about a half an inch to an inch, and it melted already by the afternoon.
I wish I would have taken a picture for you, Lisa. I was just so upset.
I
couldn't even get my phone. I was so upset.
Yeah, couldn't even focus.
All right, thanks to Lisa.
Crazy.
Coming up, a bunch of celebrities turned a year older over the weekend, so let's guess how old they are.
That's coming up.
We'll be back.
Although we don't guess each other's ages ever. No. Don't do it.
No.
No. Keep it on the table.
Do that.
Elisa.